So here is the Cinder 55. If you're going for a multi-pitch, multi-day trip up on the wall, this would be perfect because of its size and because it is built to withstand all kinds of abrasion, and it has tons of haul loops that you can just clip onto your rope and just hang it from the wall right next to your portal edge or something and be totally fine with it. I would recommend, after using this for a while, the Cinder 40 actually, because if you're climbing alone, that will be the perfect size. This is a little bit too big, but if you're carrying a kit for 2 people or 3 in a group, this is perfect. Let me show you some of the little features of it. Now, if you notice, it stands upright, which is perfect for dumping stuff in and out. It comes with aluminum buckles. I'm sorry, I'm saying it in British. Aluminum buckles. This doubles as a bottle cap opener. I'm not sure why you would bring a bottle of beer up on the wall, but hey, it's there just in case. Now, on the hip belt, same thing. The hip belts are aluminum too, or aluminum. Really lightweight compared to the Cragaconda. The Cragaconda, which I'll talk about in a bit, has metal and those are a little bit heavier. I'm kind of tempted to switch these out because they are removable. Speaking of removable, the waist belt is also removable, just attached here by Velcros, and all you have to do is attach the Velcros. There's a metal spine in here that you can remove to lighten the weight, but I'm not sure why. There's only just one, so it doesn't really make a huge difference. Now, elsewhere on the exterior, you see tons of haul loops here. One here, just solid load-bearing haul loops. One in the back, so like if you're on the wall and just want to hook it up to the back on the rope, and then access your stuff from here. This 9 clip right here, just raise it over, and boom, you can get to your stuff. All right. So let's go back to keep on the exterior. This is a carry loop. There's more gear loops right here on the sides. And check this out. This is an integrated handle where you can shake your stuff in and get them all down. That's pretty unique. And then we have more loops right here to hang on to your stuff. More loops here. This would recommend, this back online says it has a rope carry, built-in rope carry. I've tested it out with a static rope, for example, and this is really short. I think this is, if I remember correctly, is a 10 or 15 meter. We did it like this and did a tie-in like this, and it is adjustable, and it kind of shifts around. When you're walking around a lot, depending on how your load is, the downside of this, it shifts around quite a bit, unless you figure out a way to tie it down like this. So it's doable. If you take a carabiner or something, totally doable, and it's there for you in case you need it as a backup. If you're carrying tons of stuff and you have a bigger rope, what my wife and I were thinking, we have a 70 meter plus the static plus all the other gears and kit, 2 helmets and all that. We can fit the 70 meter, we can fit slings and all that kind of stuff. I think it was a 20 foot or 30 foot sling, I can't remember which is which. All these in here with a larger tarp, climbing harnesses, couple of shoes, 1 helmet, and you just barely fit. I mean, that was good enough. And then this static rope had to go on top. So that's 55 liters. So that's not bad, actually. I'm not sure if the 55 liters include the storage units we have in the back here, storage pockets. This one goes all the way down to the back. I stored carabiners and other metal stuff. I think quick draws. Yes, some quick draws and such. And it didn't poke into the back thanks to that metal frame as well as the foam padding back here. There's another pocket in here for your knickknacks, snacks. Unfortunately, water and things like that have to be stored inside as well. There are no external pockets. But that's a climbing bag for you. Nice and slim, totally abrasive resistance. I think it's 1,000 denier on this thing, so it's pretty solid. It's as good as you can get compared to some of the competitors. Let's see, what else on the exterior? Inside, there's nothing. It's just a straight polyurethane sack in there with maybe just 1 loop here for your keys to hang on to. to clip onto. Basically, it's all top loading, just like your typical climbing pack nowadays. Just drop in, and the plus side of it is if you can get it to stand up, right? But most of the time it does stand up. I can't guarantee if you're on site, the ground being uneven and all that, it's not going to stand up all the time. But the plus side is it's top loading. You just drop everything in. Downside is there's no organization. If your ideal way of loading a bag is either the heavy loads in the bottom or towards the middle, if you're getting to a place and I say, hey, I need my rope now to attach, if you're carrying a static rope inside, for example, you have to unload all your stuff, all your things, get them all out, and get to it. All right. So that's the downside of it. I'm speaking to this just in comparison to the Cragaconda, and I'll show you the difference in a bit, or you can watch the next part of the video. This is a built-in drawstring. No clasps or buttons to deal with. You just pull and go. It's really sweet, this one. You just open it and close it. Pretty straightforward. I like this little clean crags and tattered hands thing stuck back there. Now, one downside to this that personal opinion is the straps. The straps are to keep the weight down, pretty non-substantial. Now, that being said, the foam on the shoulders are a little bit better than the Cragaconda. So, between the two, my wife and I tested it full load, actually a little bit past their capacity, just to test to see how they sit on the shoulder pressure points, and also where the hip goes as well as the sternum straps, how tight they feel. When I wore this full load with everything we could fit or normally would carry, this carries much better, partly because of the length, and it keeps all the load flat. If you see later in the Cragaconda section of the video, it bulges out a little bit more, so the weight is further out. So it tends to pull like this on your shoulders, and it causes more pressure point right there. But I'll show you how to adjust it later on the Cragaconda to compensate for that. So that being said, this is decent strap wise. You can see the foam padding is very basic in this day and age for a 2016 model. The hips, very flat hip strap, but nice and simple, nice and light. Again, don't forget I had mentioned it was removable, so that's a plus. Everything else is nice and simple. You have a built-in TNF whistle. Everyone else has it nowadays. You just blow on it for emergencies. The Cinder 55 only comes in one color, unfortunately. It comes in black. It's a nice color. What I do like was their whatever crimson red or some kind of red for the 40. It comes in two colors in that size. The red is high visibility, like if you're lost or something, that's a great color. It's a nice solid color. Other than that, this pack, I was leaning towards getting it because of the size and how well it carries its load. But let's move on to a Cragaconda, and I'll show you what sold me on that one, or is selling me on that one.